All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ray Reynolds, and this is rayswebinar.com. The ultimate goal for me is to help every one of you. Now, I want you to get a tablet and pen. You're going to hear things you've never heard before. I'll guarantee that. We're going to have some fun. All right, the information is protected in many, many ways. I want to give you the toll-free number to the office today. It's 800-510-3338. So the bottom line is you can call during the webinar. Now wait till I'm done after it too. Now let's understand. I've heard no a billion times, but I did bring in $100,000 by the time I was 9.5, $1 million at 14, double billion at 26, and I retired. How am I doing so far? So today, please plan on the problem. There's always someone going to try to take it away or get in your way. I want you to focus on safety credit. Write it down. What I'm talking about is this. This is $100,000 of personal credit. This is $50,000. This is $50,000. Now, here's the problem about personal credit. You can't write off the card of the interest rate at all. Most people jack up their credit thinking it's free money, and they live on it, and they screw it up. And then they drop their score, can't get any more. Put a sticky behind every credit card you have, please. I want you to write this down. I want you to pay attention. Write down the limit. Then I want you to know what 25% is and what's 29%. When you take a credit card past 29%, you drop your score. You can't get any more. That's simple to understand. Today, when you drive around the city you live, no matter what it is, you'll see a grocery store or bank that's been shut down before or during COVID-19. Listen carefully. They bankrupted a piece. They wrote it off on their taxes as a loss, and they're still in business today. But what happened to you? Most people bring the pain home and they go, boo-hoo-hoo. I want you to play the game. Write down never bring the pain home again. My journey, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then I want your journey to begin with me. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. That was great. From 3 to 10 years old. She got her weekly and monthly checks, but she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every damn morning at 6:30. Said, I'm going to pick you up at 5 o'clock. Be there. I'm going to leave you there. She was a she-devil from hell. I didn't like to steal and beg. Kind of sucked. Let's see how I did so far. I got my Lamborghini collection. I started at 14.5. I got my Duffys. I got my mansions. I broke world records, by the way. And you know what? I got my race boat in my backyard. Got my helicopter. Hell, I got my yacht. Don't forget the Ferraris, too. Bottom line for you today is simple. Why haven't you done this? I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. I had to get out of hell. I wasn't going to sit there, beg and steal and being used and abused. Bottom line, it's not to brag, but it's to show you you get to do this too. My question is, why haven't you done it so far? Write down Ray's rules, please. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. I connected the dots because you know what a corporation is? It's a legal person. Write it down. Write down a corporation's a legal person. I started Helping Hand at 9.5. Brought in 100,000 worldwide. I want you to play with me for 90 days. Give me 90 days. By that time, I'm going to get you credit, set you up the right way, do all the work for you, and then you're going to want $1 million next, and then a billionaire. Seminars, workshops, boot camps. I don't pass the buck. You're stuck with me. Now, if you lose your job or have an emergency today, you know what happens next? You run out of time, you run out of money, and then you go jack up your credit in 42 days and you bring the pain home. Sorry to say, it seems like everyone does that. You're using the wrong money in the first place, by the way. I'll show you what I mean. Now, I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough years ago. He was security chief at TRW and Asperian. Let me see if I can train you today. Please write down Credit Services Act. Google it. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. They'll tell you credit repair is a scam, not to collect money up front. They'll tell you about the Credit Repair Organization Act. Now your relationship's going to begin with me, and I'm going to tell you the truth today. I want you to start with your SSN. Come on, ladies, get it out of your purse. It's next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your back pocket probably too. SSN stands for Social Security number, by the way. Pull it out. Federal Trade says 97% are screwed up today. Read the card front and back. It'll say, do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes, do not carry with you, it's not even yours. Here's the application you signed as a teenager. And if you read the card today, it says property of Social Administration, not you. Do you know every time you write in an application, you're in violation? Period. Use it for ID purposes. And the creditors aren't supposed to use it at all. But they do. I invented Rapid Rescore. I can block your crap and push your score up to about an 820. Would you like one of those today? See, what I want to really do is package your life, your house, your car, and your bank account. All right? I'd like to get you to $1 million. Is that okay with you? You know, maybe you just want one card for $1 million. You want a $100,000 card for corporation. Maybe you want 15 of these. All right? Or maybe you want $10 million of credit like I got in my hand. What do you really want from me? I'll get you as far as you want to go. It's pretty simple, but I don't want you to bring the pain home ever. Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. All right? Credit saved my life as a kid, as an adult. Now, you know what's really weird? When I was a kid, I challenged everybody. When the teacher asked a question, my hand was up. I was sitting in the front row. They always asked me to sit in the back. You know, they said money for a rainy day. And I asked, what does that mean? See, in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. They couldn't explain that to me at all. So today, I want you to focus on something. I want you to understand something right now. If you needed $5,000 right now, you ask your friends, your family, the bank, they all say no. If you got the rules and tools down like I'm going to teach you, you'd have a $5,000 in your hand like I do, or the one on the screen. We'd use this to solve that problem that day. All right, then we'd play catch up and pay it back down. Do you know $5,000 is only $50 a month? The average person wastes that every other day. They do say you waste $140 a week. I don't know if that's true. You understand? Here's 50,000, there's 100,000. Can't write off the card interest rate at all. But if I maxed out one of those cards today, the payment is $612.26. For what the average person wastes every month, I could have got him 2 pizza locations and a drive-through, staying open to pandemic number 19. Bottom line is, plan the problem, safety credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Never bring the pain home. I want to repackage every one of you. Write down all your goals. Believe in yourself. I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the world record in 1981 for the highest kick on the planet still today, what did it prove? White men do jump. Silly people say we don't. Don't hear the people that say you can't do this or that. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? I've heard no 1 billion times, but how the hell did I get my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half years old? Go back to that SSN, because you were told to get it to get the job, so you can get the 1040 tax return so we can tax you some more. It's IRS's rules. It's public record to you. You got your Social Security number. Oh, goody. They're not supposed to use it, but now you got your Spirit and your Transio and Equifax. The moment you take a card past 29%, you drop your score. You get stuck, you can't get any more. Personal credit shouldn't be used and abused at all. It should be called safety credit. The reason you got the SSN, another reason, is simple. We're the collateral for the United States of America. Nixon took the gold standard out. I want you to write down this right now, please. Raise rules. 100,000. Don't tell me it's too much. When you lose a job, you're afraid to lose your car, your house, and feed your family. Do you not get this? All I had as a kid was pain. All those shitty people brought the pain home and used and abused me. I don't like it. So I fight for everything I ever wanted. 29%? That gives you $71,000 of safety credit in case you lost your job or there's a pandemic. Do not take all your money and credit from the family and roll the dice to start a business, because that's called stupidity. Bring the pain home? Never. You're using the wrong money in the first place. I don't understand. You see, you got to raise rules today. I'm going to change your life. First comma, simple. All right? I was 5.5. I watched the kids get on bicycles that day. All right? I'm a what they call cloner. I can watch what somebody does, period, and I can usually do it as good, if not better, than they do. I got on the bicycle that day. There's one thing. I forgot to watch them stop. I'm going 40 miles an hour. How do you stop? Well, I did. I hit the curb in my face. 40 miles an hour. When I came out of that first coma, they told me I'd never walk again in my life. There's me in another one in 2009. July 5th, 2009. What did I do when I was retired? I let someone come on my yacht? No, I let a group of people watch the fireworks on my yacht on July 4th. One of them had H1N1, pandemic number 9. I got to die. Kind of sucks. I made a promise to God during that day, and eventually I came out of that coma to help you. There's the yacht, there's the race boat, there's the U-Dock, the largest one in Huntington Harbor. There's the address too. I want to know from you. Show me what you got. All I know is how to make millionaires and billionaires. That's all I know how to do. So if you want to be a millionaire and do a corporation or a billionaire, let me know. All right? Because I can teach you how to play the game. I got to come out of the coma. All right? For 5 weeks, I walked around with an oxygen tank. Didn't get to call mommy and daddy because I don't got those at all. I didn't know how to block all the crap like I want to block for you. Do you understand? I get to block your, if you have bad credit, and I get to shoot your score up some more. It's an 820, 5 weeks. Oh, I popped a $1 million credit card again. Understand something. I use my closet divisions. Write that down. It's one of the things I teach you how to master in level 3. Remember, today, you don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. I'd tell you to wear the mask, but that's up to you. Everyone wants to argue about that, too. It takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. I died in pandemic 9. Now we got pandemic 19. When we get through this, don't be worried. There'll be another one that comes our way. But this time, we better train our family, all right, to make sure we got that cash flow all the time. Money to me, I don't have to steal or beg. I can pay my bills, feed my family. I can help you. All right, if you only want $5,000 of credit from me, it's simple. I'm going to give you $5,000 for $5.99. I'll pop you a $5,000 card. Here's one right now. Would you like one? Would you like a $10,000 card? Sorry, these are all 50s, so I'll have to get you 10, $7.99. That's if you want some just cash credit right away. Let me know. Here's the thing about most people. 9 out of 10 people, they say they hate their job anyway. You know, we're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. Eventually, they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to deliver some pizza. Is that your American dream? Write this down. Get that tablet and pen. I'm serious. In 6 months, I will get you $100,000 credit or more. I will set up your corporation the right way, like I've done for 17 million people. I will teach you how to buy the properties through the divisions, as I wrote the rules in '86. And I want your first franchise funded that's got a drive-through. And if you don't want to run the franchise, okay, there's companies that'll do that for you too. This is your 6 months goals this time. You better damn well let me do this for you. You've tried all your life to get this. I'm going to hand you the damn keys. Oh, here's your 12 months goal list, by the way. And I'm going to do all the work for you. I'm going to get you $1 million in the bank. Simple. All right? Unless you want $10 million. Would you like a $1 million card times 10? I want you to live in your dream house like I do. I want you to have $5 million in real estate. I want you to have multiple franchises. Are you willing to step up to the plate and do what I tell you to do? All right? Or are you going to have 1 foot in the boat and 1 foot out? You see, you got a choice today. You know, I learned something when I listened to the stupid poker game at the Hope family's house. Every Wednesday night, I wrote my little notes. I circled that sucker 10 times when I heard a corporation's a legal person. Write it down. Corporation's a legal what? Person. I went to the library the next day. All right, rode my little bicycle. All right, I knew the Torrance Police Department, there was a library next door. She said, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. Then I got pissed off. I can guarantee if I sit down with every one of you, you've been looking for the book and the blueprint to get to million to billion. And I'll bet you spend thousands of dollars on crap. Okay? And you got a book, How to Make Money and Get Rich. You list someone else's stupid story. Sorry. You know, there's the 12 books and CDs. Called the KISS Method, by the way. It's the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Oh, there's the real estate series. I had $841 million of real estate under corporate structure. I'm from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. You want the truth? It's right in front of you. When I was a consultant for banks for years, I wrote a book, How to Become the Bank. Buckets of Money and Tax Balancing. Don't forget I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. When I was at the Bonaventure, every Wednesday night, there was a line around that hotel for 32 years. I was the second largest advertiser at the time before the coma. Now, we found a warehouse of my books and CDs last year in March. If you want the truth, As you get to my webinars with me and my workshops, I want you to get these books and CDs. Instead of $20,000 a pop, the office sells it for $9.99. During the webinar with me, listen carefully, 18 books and CDs, I give it to you for $249. If you do it during the webinar, it's $249. You call the office later on, they do sell it for $1,000. I give a discount because I don't need your money. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. But if you want to pay more, call the office later today. I'm going to tell you I like Zelle. Zelle. Why? I don't like merchants. I think they suck. Zelle deposits and wires. You know what happens? You can track the money and expedite something for everybody. It takes away all the excuses. There's the Zelle information, the wire and deposit. Take a picture. I want to expedite everything for you today. I want you to understand, all right, you basically would tell Gina at RayRaceCredit.com, I Zelled this for that because Ray told me to. Make sure you got your phone number. Don't be surprised when I call you personally. Now, what I want to do is rebuild your credit my way. A wrapper, rescore to block if you got any crap. Articles, office list, tax ID. I want to get you to understand something. Every card you got in your pocket today, sticky. Limit, 25 to 29%. When you pull out the card the next time, question yourself. Put yourself on check. You got to be a qualified CFO. Do you understand this? I've got 17 million clients. I was known as the incorporated rich and famous people, from Dodgers, the Lakers, Clippers, Sugar St. Mosley, Oscar, on and on and on. And every one of them have a profit and a non-profit. But they allow me to make somebody a CFO. You want to make some money? Let's talk about real estate. Maybe a fixer-upper, duplex, fourplex, apartment complex. I'm going to convince you to get a franchise that's open to any COVID that ever comes our way. When we got a basically pandemic, I want to make sure you feed your family. Profit sharing too. I invented 84 ways to leverage money. Turn these into 99 more. I can show you how to get $100 million. But in the beginning, I'm going to show you 3 or 4 ways because that might be too much. Specialty classes. Last Saturday, I'm sold out all the time. You see, the computer system only holds 1,000 people. That's it. Okay? So Saturday, I got people calling the office trying to get in my real estate class, and they can't because nobody works on Saturday besides me. I ask them all, and they don't want to. Bottom line is this. Saturday, I want every one of you to focus and be in basically my leveraging class. I want to show you how to take $1,000. All right, leverage it times 3 times 5 to make it 15 to 50 to 100,000, usually in 90 days. Now, the leveraging class that you get started, just have some fun. All right, I'm going to give it away on the webinar today for $149. Call the office; they charge $300. From there's the Zelle information again. I want you to focus on Dun & Bradstreet. See, I want to get you cash in the beginning. Dun & Bradstreet's after we got all the cash. But you got to understand how their fast track system works, how to get vendor credit, all right, supply credit too. This class is at 2:30 in the afternoon. Office $299. If you do it during the webinar with me, it's $149. Get both of them today. There's the Zelle information for you. All I'm telling you is we're sold out every weekend. If you don't get in the class and reserve it right away, you just missed it, and then you got to go boo-hoo-hoo. Remember something today, a lot of clients, all right, at the end of every year, they did their 6 months or 3 months or a year's worth of workshops, and they're done. So if one of you, you can get into a class per class for $149 if you want to. What I would tell you flat out is get the check and balance class coming up on the 22nd. All right, and the 23rd. 2 days you're stuck with me. We're going to go through the Founder's Kit all day. We're going to do half day on real estate and then buckets of money too. Now, this is $1,499. There's no bonuses. This other side, for another $500, I like to give you all my classes. All the classes you're reserved for 3 months. It's a guarantee. 3 analyzations and $25,000 of credit. I normally charge 10% for $25,000. Now you're getting all that bonuses for free. Again, through me, use Zelle. You'll wire your deposit. Now let's get back to the rules. You're driving a car today. It's registered to you. Why? Why? You bump someone's car today. or they bump you, they're going to call one of those nasty attorneys on TV, and they're going to sue you and take everything you got. I don't understand. Listen to this, I want your car's registration owner changed to a division under a tax ID. I want you to quit being the duck. I want you to write it all off too. Rich and famous people drive company cars, but not you. You get a paycheck. Oh, goody, you got the leftover after they taxed it. You pay your bills, you pay for a car you should not. And then most of you take all that money from the family or credit and go, wee, let's hurt the family some more. I'm going to show you exactly how to drive the company car and write it all off. Today, they call your paycheck taxable income. You're paying the payment, the gas, registration, insurance. Can you yell the word no right away? I mean, my favorite cars are Lamborghinis. Okay? Bottom line is, they're not my cars, but I got the keys. Isn't that fun for me? Why would anybody have a car registered to them? Are they just stupid? I don't get it. Now, SSN equal to 1040 tax return. That's IRS's rules. It's public record. SS4 times 4. It's the pattern of 3. Write it down. You get 1120. I want you to look at line 10. It says banking and credit purposes. I'm an affiliate. I've been one for 35 years. I get to build you credit under tax ID and set up an Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax for you. Would you like one? All the credit I write and build you get to write off the card interest rate too. It's right on the form for you. It's pretty simple. Remember the grocery stores and the banks? How'd they get rid of that piece and bankrupt it and wrote it off on their taxes, and they're still in business today? Everyone's a branch number. Before pandemic, Chase, 94 locations per year, closed down. B of A, 129. Though they can't blame it on pandemic, it's the truth. You write this down. Write it down. Don't just look at me because I'm cute. At least the wife thinks so. You're going to get a management company. I'm going to pop you up to $1 million of credit. You're going to understand the rules that I set up in 1986. I'm going to set up the line of defense. Now, I can guarantee every one of you brought the pain home because you didn't know how to play. I mastered the rules at 9.5. So let's start paying attention today. If a division has a problem, because this is managing its entities, we're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and we're going to bankrupt that damn piece. We're going to keep all the other pieces, write it down, and you're never going to bring the pain home. About time you step up to the plate. If you allow me to set up your SS4, I can pop you up to $1 million of credit, if not more. I will set you up and build your Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax per tax ID. Now, you just have to get out of your own way and let me do what I do best. So, remember, SS4 times 4 is pattern of 3. Don't name a corporation after you because that's called dumb. Don't name it what it does. That's double dumb. Line of defense. 5 houses, that's 5 divisions. 5 franchises, 5 divisions. All right, your current business too. If you allow me to do what I do best, I'll get you up to $100,000. Corporate card. $1 million card too. And you get to write off the interest rate and the card. And what I want to do for all of you, very simple, is this. I want you to basically do one thing. All right? I want you to have up to $100,000 of credit. Safety credit. And what we're going to do is pretty simple to us. We're going to make sure, listen carefully, we don't use and abuse our credit. 29% safety credit, family. All I got as a kid was pain. I didn't get a family like you got. Be thankful. 71,000 of safety credit. Why? In case you lost your job or had a pandemic, you can feed your family up to 2 years. Simple. Never hurt your family. Never bring the pain home. Raised rules are pretty simple. SSN is a tax return called 1040. SS4 times 4. It's right in front of you. Line 10. Credit and banking purposes. I can build you reports. How many would you like today? But please, when I add history up to $10 million, do not apply for credit during the program. People get these in the mail or green lights and they screw up everything. I don't want you doing that anymore. An example, this is a nice lady, ex-husband, tax problems, bankruptcy too. Wiped out of the crap, sealed the record, did the rapid rescore. I got her a 687. I'm getting ready to get her a 720 and pop her a 30,000 card. She got impatient. She applied. Got a $300 card. It's not even pocket change. Another client, all he had was crap. Removed all the crap. Sealed the record, rebuilt it. Told him to get Open Sky card, 621. I owed him $1,000 of credit. You know what? My first card for him is $3,000. Which one's better? Will you please pay attention today? Now, if you're doing a credit repair company at $99 a month, you're both the company and you are breaking the law. You've got to do credit rebuilding. It's public record. I want to do a rapid rescore too. I want to push you to an 820. I want you on Saturday class at 1 o'clock. Write it down. All right? I want you to learn for 90 days. The office sells this for $9.98. It's a good price. If you do it during the webinar with me, I will hand you $1,000 cash card during the program, and I'll give it to you for half price, $499. That way I don't have to pay commission at all. Bottom line, it's up to you. Now, you want $1 million paycheck? Raise your hand as high as you can. I'm sorry to say that's called silly and dumb. You keep $375, the rest goes to the IRS. How many of you would like $1 million coming in a corporation and pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover? That's what you're allowed to do. I'm going to make you a qualified CFO in 820. I want to hand you the articles, the also tax what I do. I want you in my setup class every Wednesday and Saturday. I just did one this morning. Level 1, 2. You see, I want you to set up your line of defense. I want you to master it up here. The office, they sell it for $1,999 today. I give it half price and I give you a $10,000 card. Now I want you to focus on something. All right? I don't have any $10,000 cards today. I have $50,000 cards. I have $25,000 cards. If you did this today, during the webinar with me, I'm going to get you a $25,000 card. 2 of you asked, so I'm going to test you at your word. We'll see if you step up to the plate. Now, Millionaires in the Making is my favorite one. Why? Because I'm going to build you, all right, $25,000 of credit. I'm going to teach you how to leverage it by 3. By the way, if you did this one this morning, listen carefully. It's $2,499. But I'm going to hand you $100,000 card if it's done during the webinar. Simple. For all your referrals, I'll build you another $1,000 credit for every referral you give me. By the way, if you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, if you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, get to raisewebinar.com, get the full overview, and never bring the pain home again. This is what I heard at 7.5 years old, so I researched it at the library the next day. Corporations and legal persons right in front of you. It's not legal advice at all. It's Chapter 18. Do you know corporations have more rights than you and me? The United States of America Incorporated set up their line of defense called states. All states are corporations. All states set up their line of defense too called cities. My only question to every one of you and everyone that I ever met that brought the pain home, why the hell did you do that? This is your line of defense. This is your constitutional right. I mastered this at 9.5 years old. I don't get it. Why would anybody bring the pain home? That's all I got as a kid, used and abused. It sucks. So do yourself a favor today. Step up to the plate. Now, the United States of America plan if there's a problem too. That's why they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. And you know what? Cities follow that too. You are we the people. Today is the day you step up to the plate with me. I know a couple of you got a corporation and a stock kit. 97% don't do a damn thing when they get that. And you spent, one of you told me you spent $2,600. What'd you get? Nixon took the gold standard out, gave him the key to the printing press. Please understand. SSN, get a job, 1040 tax return, now they can tax our income. That's what it was for. Mama delivered a baby this morning. And you know what the hospital's mandated to do in 3 hours or less? Hand Mama an SSN form. The government's going to bond the baby, and it's going to print some more money. Nothing wrong with that at all. I just know the rules and tools. Mama can't put the baby in the stroller in the car seat until she signs the SSN form. It's federally mandated today. Personal credit is called safety. What's going to happen is I'm going to get your corporation the tax ID. I want to build you corporate credit. How much would you like? I want to set up your line of defense too. How many of those would you like too? See, if you would have had that in the first place, any type of business, like the ones open and closed right now, if it was a division, they could bankrupt a piece and keep other pieces in cash flow. Unfortunately, they didn't know that, so they're all bringing the pain home and filing bankruptcy today. Your choice is to stop bringing the pain home. Rich and famous people do it. They don't bring the pain home. Cities do it. The grocery store and the bank do too. That's the Reynolds University before my coma. 22,000 square foot building in Irvine Spectrum. Every Saturday, I have up to 9 classes. 9 classes with me. I don't like pre-recorded crap. I broadcast between 2 and 3 times a day, live. 1 o'clock, I'm going to do analyzation for you. I might ask you to do, at the most, ever 2 things to do. Please follow through. Walt Disney, Newsweek. They didn't want to pay money on $1 billion. They knew how to play the game. They wrote an IOU to themselves. If Mickey can play the game, so can you. Personal credit, safety. Now, I know online you're going to see someone that says trade lines. That's crap. Oh, you don't have to guarantee. Excuse me. I want to hand you cash credit in the beginning. Do you understand this? 8 cards per division. 9 lines of credit. Then we'll talk about supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too. End of the day, you still got to be a qualified CFO. That's the bottom line. Now, these are my favorite cards right here. Remember, your house and a car, and these cards paid over time. As long as you maintain the payment, they don't make your score go up or down. It'll be up to you. I'd like to get you one of these up to $1 million, please. I'd like to get you 9 divisions too. Would you like $10 million of credit? Let me know, please. It's not hard to do. You want to start out just $5,000? I'll build you a card for $5,000. $5.99. You want a 10,000 card? $7.99. It's just a card. That's all it is. But get to the classes with me, like the credit rebuilding. Today, anybody who Zells $4.99, they're going to get a $1,000 card back to them. But listen carefully. If you Zelled it during the class, all right, I'm going to build you 5,000 of credit. It'll look like this one. But if you don't, sorry. The starter package for a millionaire, corporations, officers list, workshops 90 days, all right, $9.99, all right, and today, 25,000 of cash credit to you. The millionaires in the making, pretty simple, $2,499. Not 25,000. We're going to build it up to $1 million card. Nope, that's teasing. Going to build you a $100,000 card. That's if you Zell it. If you don't, then you call the office and talk to sales. They're going to work out a price for you. If you did it through me, you can tell Gina right away. Now, I studied Mr. Buffett's father first, then I studied him. He's playing the game. My question to you is, why aren't you? Please understand something. I've been an affiliate for over 35 years now. 115 creditors. My dashboard's in front of me. I get to add history for you, corporations, and divisions. I'll tell you flat out, authorized users, craps, or trade lines. I'm going to use my history to make you the best qualified CFO you need to be. From here, it's pretty simple. All right, I'm the guy that invented daisy chaining of credit, 113 ways. Now, you can't write off personal credit cards or interest rate. It's public record from the IRS. But you're allowed to write off corporate credit and interest rates. How much corporate credit would you like? Understand today, 1,000 rules you master, that's $1 million company. 20,000 is billionaire. How far you want to go? Don't have the intent to rip anybody off. Please, I don't want to go to court. Corporation, pretty simple. Management company, line of defense. If everybody sets up the divisions the way I invented in '86, they will never bring the pain home. That's the goal. So understand how they did it. It's called the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save a piece? Let's bankrupt the piece, keep the other pieces, but let's not bring the pain where? Home ever again. When you bought your house, did you do it right? See, it should be raise rules, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put in the trust. Let's understand something today. If somebody sues you, they take everything you got. If you die, everything's stuck in your probate, and your family got diddly squat. Fix up on a property today, you're probably going to hire a contractor. Contractor's going to hire the subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. What if they slip and fall and cut every corner they can, and they sue you and take everything you got? Why don't you think maybe we take any property you get, put it in a division. We quick claim deed it. $12. Oh, why don't we do an assignment of equity too? At the end of the day, they can't sue you, and what they do is they get diddly squat. Why not? So let's understand, if you don't have a trust today, I would Google irrevocable trust if I was you. You can pick whatever you want to. These cough drops are chewing up my face. Listen, when you fix up a property, please, and what you do, don't play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. Don't say, I'm not paying tax, Ray. Corporations do not pay tax so they make a profit. If you master their rules, you can win their game. And then they won't get mad at you. If you screwed up in the past, go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656 of 433 A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt in the system today. Now, let's understand something. When you fix up a property, please do it my way. I want to basically do one thing. I'm one of the original OPMs, other people's money. You set up the divisions and get from the manufacturer, save up to 70%. I don't want you to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. I want you to use their money. Escrow closes, pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Have you had $10,000, $100,000 in the past and you pissed it away, and now some of you are broke today? Please write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money, borrow money is not what? Taxable. Set the line of defense. The Ray Reynolds University was in Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building for Coma. It's pretty simple. The bank would be at the office almost every day. Ray, what can I do for you today? See, when you got the money, they always kiss your assets. Don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. You've got to learn how to leverage money, at least the basic way. Banks borrow from the feds times 10. Loan back to 5 to you. So let's understand something today. If you did what I tell you to do at the leveraging class this Saturday, all right, in the morning, you could add up to $3 million. Leveraging, raise rules. Then I'd tell you to go get a McDonald's today that's got a drive-through. They stay open through any pandemic. You got to have to beat your dad, ladies and gentlemen. You got to run your own race. But I'd like to coach you the rest of my life, if you allow me to. Now, we're going to talk about leveraging some more, because I want to tell you one thing. You got to be in that class this Saturday morning. If not, it'll be sold out, and we'll do another one for 6 weeks. You kind of wasted some time. Actually, it's 7 weeks now. You see the word loans right there under C191D? $100,000 card? What I would do is tell you flat out, we get $50,000 off the card. Like it says, the payment $612.26. We loan 5 people $10,000. We put a second on their house, a homestead block, or an UCC1. What did we just do? We created cash flow. After we pay the payment, we got $2,449 per month left over. You see, do you not get a corporation gets credit, gets a write-off interest rate in the card, and you get to design your cash flow to free up your time? Oh, you need more? How about $4,800? Still needs more? How about $7,347? Specialty classes? Saturday, you couldn't get in? Reserve it today. Leveraging is 7 a.m. this Saturday. I'm going to give it for $149. The office wants to sell it for $299. Again, Zell it while I'm doing the webinar. There's the Zell information. From here, the afternoon on Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon, I'm doing Dun & Bradstreet. Supply and vendor credit. That class is $149. It's up to you. I want you to Zell for both of them during the webinar. If not, call the office. They want to sell it to you for $600. I'm giving you a discount during the live webinar. Now, current and past customers in the past, as of the end of December, they basically expire their classes. All right, up to 1 year. What happens here is pretty simple. You want to get into level 1, 2, or 3, you've been in them before, it's $149 per class if you Zell it to me. Bottom line's up to you. I want every one of you in check and balance this Saturday, or the 22nd, 23rd. Could you imagine? Every January, I always try to do one of these. This will be my last and final one, because pray to God we're past the pandemic. We all get our shots. We're all going to be safe. We're going to open up the doors and go crazy some more. What's going to happen on the 22nd, 23rd? 2 days with me. Tear apart the Founders Kit. We're going to go into retail, real estate for 4 hours. Become the bank buckets of money. So here, it's $1,499 today. Pretty simple. If you do another $500, you're going to get 3 months of all my classes, literally, for free, for $19.99, and you get more analyzations and $25,000 or more credit. Again, that's if you Zelled it right away. You can wire deposit. Now, by the way, I'm always going to show you things I obtain. I'm not going to make it up. Okay? Mansions, helicopters, yachts. All right, getting past go. See, this was one of my 6 mansions at the time. It's God's gift. I parked my race boat and my yacht in the backyard. Where you park yours again? Helicopter, Lamborghini, and building 2. Please take that tablet and pen and write down to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address. You wrote a check the other day. You told them where you live. And then you're going to be surprised when your house is robbed or they sue you and take everything you got. You can use Ray's rules to basically never bring the pain home. You can check out the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. See, right now your car is registered to you, and I think that's a mistake because that makes you a Doug. The last time you bought a car, you let someone sweat you for hours on end. Lost up to $5,000, if not more, up to 9 inquiries too. When they handed you the paper, said we need your permission to run the credit, next to your signature you should have wrote down it allows 1 inquiry. You should have took a picture. Bottom line is your car should be registered to a division and a tax ID, not you. Don't you like the goodies? I'm probably the most verified person you can find on the planet today. And I'll hold your hand and do the work for you anyway. Kind of fun. So the bottom line today, if you drive your car to the bank or the grocery store, hypothetically, maybe you're going to bump someone's car. A little bumpity bump. Then they're going to act like they got whiplash. Then they're going to ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration, please. Your heart's going to fall out of your chest. Are you going to scream and go, wow! I wish I would have listened to Ray. I hear that almost every day. Bottom line is this. Do you know the corporation can pay for the insurance? The registration? All right, could not be you. Didn't have to be. Why would you be a registered owner? What if they call one of those nasty attorneys on TV you see every day? I want you to listen to Ray's rules. I want the registered owner for every car you ever get, and the one you got today, to be a division. So if they sue you, they get diddly squat. I want you to protect your assets. Bottom line, look at the grocery stores in the bank. They're empty today, before, during the COVID-19. They bankrupted Peace. They got to write it off on their taxes. They're still in business today. You have the pattern of 3. You get to play the same game. You got to make sure you don't bring the pain home ever again. Ultimate goal, my wife asked me, all right, on July 3rd, she said, honey, can we take out the yacht with a bunch of people to watch the fireworks? No problem, honey. I used a corporate credit card. I said, fill it up with $1,600. I wrote off the card and the interest rate and the yacht. Why not? The next day, I didn't know I was going to be in a coma. I didn't know my life would be destroyed. But I made a promise in the coma to help you. All right? And God gave me the ability to come out of that coma eventually. So understand, they call it here H1N1 pandemic number 9. It's pretty simple to say. Bottom line is I came out of the coma with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. Put my score back to an 820. I popped a $1 million card again. I want you to understand something. I want to teach you how to play that game too. Write down closet divisions. God's using me to help you today. Are you going to pay attention? Please. But again, kind of like that building and that Lamborghini under tax ID. It's called reaching the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Bottom line is God gave us the tools and the rules to give to you. Pay attention today. Give me 90 days. After that, I guarantee you want me to play with you the rest of your life. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp you're stuck with me, I don't pass the buck. Motivation, I love it. But at the end of the day, I don't hear someone else's story. I want to hear about your story. You see, I want to get you an 820 credit score, up to $100,000 of credit. I want to get you a corporation in divisions, up to $1 million of credit. I want you to stop being stuck. Bottom line, what's next for you is pretty simple. It's me. I want to hold your hand and do the work for you anyway. So today, let me repackage your life, please. House, car, bank account, and more. All right? The bottom line is up to you. 18 books and CDs. All right? During the webinar, the $249. Call the office later on. All right? There'll be a lot more. It's up to you. You got a choice today. All right? And it's basically, you Zelle, $249. We ship it right away. 18 books and CDs, my full blueprint. Again, let Gina know. Today, the credit rebuilding program, half price during the webinar. During the webinar, do not call after the fact. Go, he said this. Then you have to argue with the sales team. I want you in the class for 90 days about education. I want you to understand it's $4.99 today. But I'm going to build you a $5,000 card. Not $1,000. I'm going to hand you a $5,000 card if you did it during the webinar. If you say after you call them, they ask me, no, I don't remember that at all. Even though I got total recall, I'm going to remember it. I'm going to forget it. Because I said during the webinar. Now, the starter package for million. Do you want to be a millionaire corporation? CFO, 820. Articles, also tax ID. Setup class, level 1. Every Wednesday and Saturday. Go to both if you want to. Today, all right, it's half price for $9.99. And I'm going to get you a $25,000 cash card. If it was done during the webinar. Millionaires in the making, pretty simple to do. Half price is $2,499. I'm not going to get you the $25,000. I'm going to get you a $100,000 card. If it was Zelled during the webinar. If not, call sales later today. Because I just forgot what I offered already. You see, what I don't want to do is sell it to you and then you call someone else and give them commission. The bottom line today, all right, the 14th Amendment of the Constitution made corporations into people. The United States of America, all right, set up the rules. They maintain their 50 states, their corporations, they maintain the cities. They set up their line of defense too. The ultimate goal, all right, is for you to set up your line of defense and let me do the work for you. Let me teach you in the workshops. Never, never, never have joint credit. You buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. Corporation, please don't name it after you. Don't name it what it does. Have up to $1 million of credit. Set up divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. And let me teach you to set up the line of defense. You see, Ray's rules will change your life. You won't be in the paying home ever again. That's what you should have did in the first place. So let's understand today we're going to plan the problem. We're going to have our safety credit, our line of defense. You heard a little bit about it. Now you got to get to the workshops with me and master the rules and the tools and never bring the pain home ever again. The American dream. Ever since I was a little boy, I hear people talk about it. I always ask them a question. If I'm going to get the American dream, how am I going to finance it? Are you handing me the credit or the money? And then they go, huh? It's like they're a deer in the street. I think if they're going to talk about the American dream, they should be handing you the credit, the tools, and the rules how to do it. That's my opinion. You see, I want you to receive money every month, pay all your bills, drive your company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time, set up the line of defense, master Ray's rules. Today, you got to stay safe and strong. I hope you took pictures of the Zelle and the things I offered today. All right, if you did not, you'll be able to call sales. All right, and the bottom line is, my specialties I offer today, you'll have to negotiate with them. Stay safe, strong. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. If I can do this, born in a taxi, had to eat out of a trash can, beg, steal, okay? And to get out of hell, which I did, so can you. If you don't follow through, that's on you. Me, I want to do the work for you because I want you to master the rules here. So Zelle, wire deposit today. If you want to call the phone number, it's toll free. It doesn't cost you a thing at all. 800-510-3338. At the end of the day, I want to make sure I get you to the next level in your life. God gave you the tools and the rules to help you. And I want you never to forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.